Commissioner Baxter sends her regrets for not being here. Commissioner Marino is out of town. And we are going to get started with matters by the public. As we recognize you, please state your name and address before you make your comments. And Vice Mayor Sachs will be timing. For each person will be allotted 3 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Our first speaker, and we can use both lecterns, Alicia Ayala Guess to one lectern and Gail Ladd to the next. Ms. Guess, you're recognized for 3 minutes.
Hi, good afternoon. Sorry. There we go. Hi, can everyone hear me okay? Yes. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Stronger together. Are we? The mic's not on?
No, it's on.
Is it?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, do I need to speak up? There, see, that's a little bit better, right? Hello. So, I'm Alicia Ayala Guess, and my address is 7279 Le Chalet Boulevard, Boynton Beach, Florida. And I come to you here, I appear here this afternoon in front of you with a couple of things. First, I just want to make a statement. You know, I love Palm Beach County. I love being here and I love living here. Okay, so ask not what your county can do for you, but rather what can you do for your county. I'm a filmmaker, artist, and social media person. And the first item that I like to talk about is a altruistic film that we created. It's a project and tool. It's currently on YouTube. We're currently streaming 5 episodes, and these episodes and this whole film project is about recovery from addiction. And it's titled Lives in Recovery. Now, why do I bring this to you today? Because it's free. It's free to all the government services, to jails, schools, detox, rehab, treatment. So all of those services that we offer here to people that are in recovery, or you're in jail, or you're a student, we want you to come onto the YouTube channel, stream it, enjoy it, share it. It's around 20 people that are sharing exactly how they've maintained their recovery. And we do it, how? How do we display this? Through art and music. Do I only have 21 seconds left? Mm-hmm. Holy mackerel. The second problem is that senior citizens in Palm Beach County are signing contracts that require lawyers to read because they're losing their homes. We have over 100 of them that are going through that process right now, and we need to institute the legislation that exists in other states in this state of Florida, and I will be back next month with more details relating to those homeless, the homeless seniors that deserve to be heard. And the reason I came here today was because I wasn't heard before. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
I love all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your comments. Gail Ladd, and Ms. Ladd will be followed by Karen Lampert.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm Gail Ladd from 18195 Jupiter Landings Drive in Jupiter, and I've been here before, and I'm going to say it again. Please keep the Ag Reserve the way it was intended to be kept. The Ag Reserve is so precious, And it's part of our system of using agriculture, letting the horses be with the horse farms, letting the small gardeners be there, small flower people. And last night after I saw the news about the Ag Reserve, I thought, I wasn't planning on coming here today, but I thought I still need to put my 2 cents in, be a broken record, and say, please continue, some of you, to protect the Ag Reserve. And we really want all of you to do that. Yes, we need workforce housing, absolutely, positively, but not where it's being planned. And yes, we need to preserve what we have. And I just want to read a little bit about in the Nature Conservancy magazine, talking about Dade County and how they have made a compact with the Nature Conservancy and joined to protect 152 acres of the Winkey Slough, however you pronounce that, to fortify the connectivity between crucial conservation areas in the region and expanding the existing 22,000 acres of publicly protected land. So if Miami-Dade can get together and work with Nature Conservancy, we can all get together and work together to preserve our agricultural land. In a region facing ongoing environmental challenges like threats of development, climate change, and impacts to water supply, each conservation effort is a significant stride toward ensuring long-term sustainability and healthy ecosystems. So we need to make sure that we keep the Ag Reserve the way it was intended for limited development. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karen. And then at this lectern, Alicia, looks like Canarasi.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Karen Lampert. I live 1060 Lake Drive in Delray Beach, District 4. And I'm here today on behalf of the dogs currently living in our county shelter. As a volunteer there for the last year and a half, my biggest takeaway is how incredible the majority of these dogs are and what a true gift they would be to any family. And I'm also here to hopefully ask you for your help to fight the stigma of our shelter dogs and that people think we only have pit bulls, even though they're wonderful dogs, in our shelters. So we don't, and I know that as commissioners, you have access to a bigger platform, social media, than I have. For example, I don't have that many followers, but I don't have that many followers, neither on Instagram nor on Facebook. And right now, we really are trying to change the stigma or the way how people look at our county shelter. Our shelter is maxed out. We need more people, more adopters, fosters. Fosters would be great to come in the shelter, help us with the dogs and cats, of course. And I think that could be the key, that everybody just has a different idea of the shelter. Because right now, all I hear is like negativity about the shelter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alicia, followed by, it looks like, is it Mario Signacello? Signavello?
Signorello, I don't write very good, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Alicia Catarossi, and I live in 125 San Remo Drive, Jupiter, Florida, District 1. I'm also here today to talk about the Palm Beach County Animal Control Center, where I volunteer with Karen Lampert. I currently been volunteering there for over a year, I would say, and the conditions are pretty drastic. Like, I was there a couple days ago, and I was lightheaded, I was drenched, I was sweating. It was just very bad. I was like, I had to leave. Had I had better conditions, I probably would have stayed longer and helped more dogs because I have to walk them. But we definitely need AC in the kennels. It's very, very important, not only for the dogs, but for the volunteers and also for the staff that's there for 8 hours. And it's very, very, very drastic. Like, it's so hot. Like when I left there, I felt like I had taken a shower. So I can't imagine how those poor animals feel. There's cats, there's dogs, there is pit bulls, which are amazing, but there are a lot of wonderful dogs that need a second home, and you can only provide that if you have people that can help you walk them, that can help you take care of them, that can actually help the dogs. But we have to help the people to help the dogs. And I truly believe that we can, if we got air conditioning in the kennels, we would have much more volunteers, we would have much more people coming in, and it would be a much better place for everyone. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Sachs, you're recognized.
Thank you, ladies, for what you do in the kennel. And would you contact my office? Today I don't have much staff in, but just call my office. We're working with Janet Steele there at the kennel. And we also have 2 veterans organizations that are working with adopting the dogs. But I never thought of it. That's exactly correct with regard to air conditioning for the staff and for volunteers. I've been out there a number of times. But you know what? Definitely. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we get some air-conditioned areas right now. Thank you for what you do, though. I appreciate it. Contact my office. We'll work on it. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Okay, let's see. Mario is going to be followed by Barry Silver.
Thank you. My name is Mario Signorello. I am the CEO of the Caribbean Baseball Organization, 350 Northeast 165th Street, Miami, Florida, 33162 is my home address. I run 2 sporting events here in Palm Beach County, the Palm Beach Challenge College Baseball event, which I'm going to speak of shortly, and the World Comes to the Palm Beaches at the end of next month. We're going to have about 15 to 20 different countries coming here to play baseball at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches and other parks around, and I invite you all out to that. The reason I'm here, and it's kind of ironic, is 20 years ago, I've been doing this event. We were in Miami, but Michael Zeff, who's the assistant director of the Palm Beach County Sports Commission, and George Lindley, who's there, also there, the executive director, his dad brought me here 20 years ago and asked if I would move the event from there to here. And I had no intention of doing it until I saw the cooperation, and I thought we had a longer-term sustainability than we did. But the reason I'm here is I need to recognize county staff and the Parks Department who went over and above to make the Palm Beach Challenge happen last year, our 20th year. Short explanation. I retired from the front office of the Miami Marlins in 2019 to expand these events. Great timing, then COVID hits. COVID's not good for travel or international baseball. So I watched teams walk off the field in 2020 because COVID, it was announced on when COVID hit March 12th, it knocked out the sports world. 2021, we had 2 teams come here from out of town, colleges. About 2022, we had half. Last year, we were close to normal, but every single team came the same spring break week. Normally, we're over 2 to 3 weeks. Whenever teams have spring breaks, that's when we run the event. Last year, it all happened the same week. You've got new rules that were on work availability, with heart attacks of the main person, rain, car accidents, family health issues, all should have spelled disaster for us. No problem. It didn't. The reason it didn't is the reason I'm here. Is the Parks Department, when you come to the event, and I've got retired administrators, I've got other professionals that come and work there, you don't know who's who because everybody's picking each other up. I get texts during, while people are at lunch, I get texts while they're away, they show up on their day off, just to make sure that the event can run smoothly. And that's the reason I'm here, and I'm going to give plaques out to 12 people that were recognized who I think went over and above. Their names are Andy Hood, Carlos Duenas, James Maxwell, Jackie Harris, Pascal Pavilion, Jason Tonga, Ruben Gu, Jordan Ramirez, Adler Duzan, Stephen Kahn, David Costa, and Noel Herman. Without them, might not be year 21. So you got some good people here. I could have done this years ago, but last year really showed me. And I've worked with over 30 municipalities across the state. None can hold a candle here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Barry Silver, and Mr. Silver will be followed by Mr. David Wood.
Thank you. I hope you can tolerate me twice in one day. And thank you very much for that beautiful proclamation this morning. I was glad to see this reconciliation. And we do have too much divisiveness today, politically, religiously, and so this morning I called upon everyone, and I do the same thing today. Let's work together to protect this environment. Let's save the farmland. Let's save the buffer for the Everglades. Let's save a water retention area and help for the aquifer. You do not need to pay attention and to do the bidding of GL Homes. I'm not sure if you know what it stands for. It's greedy landowners, I think is where they get that name. They are selling out the best interests of our county. My kids have watched the farmland go. By the time they're my age, there'll be nothing left at this pace. I ask everyone to work together. The people of Palm Beach County want to protect it. They voted to spend $150 million to tax themselves to protect it. Listen to the people. Let us have a government of the people, by the people, for the people, not of the special interests, by the rich, and for the well-connected. Let us protect this vital space. Campaign contributions from these people, from these developers and farming interests, the Bible says don't accept a bribe. This is legalized bribery. And how shameful that a rabbi would support this project because they're going to get a school. Rabbis are supposed to protect agriculture as sacred, holy ground. We give sacrifices for our agriculture, and now they want to sacrifice the agriculture instead. I thank Commissioners Sachs and Woodward for their courage in standing up for the people, and I urge the other commissioners to do likewise. I speak on this issue all the time, as you might know. Wherever I go, I get 95, 99%. They want to support the Ag Reserve. And I've passed out petitions. I have some right here, which I will, if you have a clerk, maybe they can hand it out to all of the commissioners. And I just want to tell you that the high holidays are approaching. That's when we seek to atone for our sins. We humans have committed grievous sins against this planet. We should all be atoning, not piling on. Let us atone for our sins and protect what is left. Because, my friends, Judgment Day is coming. We've seen it in the form of forest fires, drought, plague, and all types of horrors that are visiting this planet because of what we're doing. And Judgment Day is also coming for those politicians who decide to ignore the will of the people and the future generations and side with the special interests instead. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see, we have Mr. David Wood, and then it looks like it is either Eric or Aaron
Thank you very much.
Actus.
Perfect.
Okay. Mr. Wood.
Yeah. Should I start speaking?
Sure.
Oh, I guess I have to. Anyway, my name's David Wood. I live at 321 Fordham Drive, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. I'm here to encourage you folks to come up with a resolution to help protect our medical health freedom. During the last so-called pandemic, which I think was just a renaming of the flu season, because I don't know that COVID-19 has actually ever been proven to exist. But many egregious things were done against individuals, and people were lied to, and people were coerced and forced into taking vaccines and wearing masks when really science, there was no science there for it, because the vaccines were unproven. They were all pushed under special circumstances. And anyway, I have a, can we do that? Yeah, I have a little handout I'd like to have you have, if it's with your permission. They're in the hands of that gentleman there. Now, I'd like you to each look at this. I'm not going to read this to you now. I have two ladies that are going to follow me, that are going to read that I'm going to read this resolution to you, but this is basically to protect our sovereign rights. This is to protect us from tyrannical government. I mean, we saw many, many demonstrations of tyranny during the last pandemic. Anyway, that's pretty much, I just want you to seriously consider it, because there's nothing more sovereign than our bodies. So anyway, that's what I have. Oh, I did pretty good.
Thank you. All right, it looks like it's Aaron, then followed by Kathy Savage.
Hi, good afternoon. So I'm Mrs. Actis from Jupiter, and I'm twice, like I said, probably tired in 1 week. I'm here to present the medical freedom and read to you. The resolution 2023-1, it states, whereas some local, state, and federal governmental and non-governmental health bureaus, agencies, and organizations have not demonstrated transparency and consistency in protecting the people of Palm Beach County, and whereas the constitutional rights of the people within Palm Beach County borders were possibly violated through discrimination based on vaccine status and misrepresented data and statistics, and whereas many doctors and healthcare providers within Palm Beach County borders were not allowed to speak freely, treat the people with personalized care, and have access to and treat their patients with proven, repurposed medications. And whereas global, international, and intergovernmental entities such as the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum should have no authority to subvert the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Florida. And whereas the FDA no longer requires pharmaceutical companies to conduct animal testing first before introducing a new drug to the people of Palm Beach County, America, and beyond, but is instead using new means such as computer modeling methods which can be questionable for efficacy. And whereas the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution provides the people the right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. And whereas the Fifth Amendment to U.S. Constitution provides the people, quote, nor shall be deprived of life or liberty without due process of law. And whereas the Ninth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution provides the people, certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. And whereas the Fourth Amendment to U.S. Constitution in Article 1, Section 2 of the Florida State Constitution provides the people with inalienable rights, among which are the right to enjoy and defend life and liberty, to pursue happiness. Whereas Article 1, Section 23 of the Florida State Constitution provides the people of Palm Beach County the right to be alone and free from government intrusion into the person's private life. And whereas extraordinary times require extraordinary measures, and due to the injustices and decisions made by our local, state, federal, and three-letter agencies and healthcare institutions, potential harm and even death was placed on its people. The Palm Beach County Board of Commissioners intends to protect the constitutional rights of the people. Therefore, we hereby adopt this resolution to be known as a Palm Beach County Health Freedom Resolution. Now, therefore, it be resolved by Palm Beach County's Board of Commissioners in Florida, USA. Number 1, the right to no medical mandates. No state or federal executive order can override the rights provided our state and federal constitution. It is unlawful under any circumstances to mandate any medical protocol, experimental drug, medical procedure, medication, device, biological agent, toxin, radioactive exposure, or medical treatment to any of the people within Palm Beach County's borders.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Kathy Savage, and Ms. Savage will be followed by Jane Justice.
Hi, this is Kathy Savage. I'm from West Palm Beach. 2, right to no discrimination or harassment. It is against the law to discriminate or harass another individual, patient, or people within Palm Beach County based on their medical or healthcare decisions. 3, right of an individualized plan of care must be formulated before providing informed consent without coercion or interference. The moment information is withheld, the informed consent affidavit is violated. Doctors and healthcare providers all swear by a Hippocratic oath to first do no harm and ethics. All healthcare providers are prohibited from using coercion, fear tactics, or other means of compensation to entice patient or any other medical treatment. Withholding the informed consent subjects doctors and healthcare providers and their affiliated hospitals, institutions, and companies to criminal and civil prosecution as provided by law. 4, the right of personalized care. Doctors and patients have the right to use any and all legally available therapies for treatment without reprisal or punishment. No legal, standard, or alternative treatments should be denied by any third party, including insurance companies. 5, the right to exclude third-party interference. Human rights are given to the people by God, and these rights are protected by the U.S. and Florida State Constitution. The 9th and 10th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 1 of the Florida State Constitution, protects these health care rights against any and all mandates from the World Health Organization and other international, multinational, or global entity. 6, right not to be refused. No pharmaceutical or medical institution or insurance company can mandate a person's vaccine or health history status as a precondition to admittance, treatment, or right to intervention therapy provided alternative homeopathic therapies. 7, the right of free movement. Health vaccine passports are prohibited in Palm Beach County. People cannot be denied entrance based on medical status. Travel cannot be restricted within Palm Beach County border based on health vaccine status. 8, the right to medical advocate. The people have the right to the medical advocate of their choice. The people have the right of advocate visitation, family visitation, and personal doctor visitation if and when admitted into the hospital. If a person and their advocate for their healthcare proxy desire to leave the hospital against the advice of the AMA, the hospital must immediately release the person. 9, right to forego unlawful quarantine. It is unlawful to force quarantine on people of Palm Beach County without judicial remedy on a court of law based in front of a jury of their peers. 10, right to refuse care, simply stating, no thank you, I don't like it. Informed consent trumps everything. Prior to any medical health procedure, there must be permission given to create a long-term comprehensive care plan forced on the individual person's total well-being. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Excuse me, we don't do that.
Hello, I'm Jane Justice, and I'm here also for the Medical Freedom Coalition and to encourage each of you to investigate the information. I know David Wood had presented you the resolution that we would like to pass. There are 4 other counties that have passed it. And actually, it's on the move here in Florida. The information is out. And I'm going to be sending each of you an email that'll have about 4 or 5 links on it. And you could click on, it's actually a World Forum. Doctors, this vaccine thing was, hyped up fear to control the people, to bring down our economic situation here, and it did a job on Palm Beach County. I know several restaurants that have gone out of business. A lot of people have been hurt, and there's over 300,000 people in this country that have died from the vaccine, but many more, an uncountable figure, are suffering with medical illnesses and myocarditis. You see in the news all the time, people are dropping dead, young people, of heart attacks. And the problem is this was used as a bioweapon, and nobody will ever really be able to trace it or prove it. We haven't been able to prove any of the assaults on the American people in the last so many years here in this country. But anyway, I would like you to check out that email. And I want to tell you, I read this magazine here. It cost me $15. I would be happy to buy you a copy, but it shows the historical facts on the vaccines. Ironically, the vaccines have never really worked, and they certainly aren't working now, okay? I know a young man in this county. He has an autistic son. He's raised her by himself. I watched him when his father died. I'm visiting his mother in a nursing home now. The nursing homes are really, everybody needs to wake up, and we need to start right here, okay? The nursing homes are really bad with this COVID scare stuff. The poor old people are not even getting treated, with personal care. They have to watch everybody with a mask on. When is somebody going to tell these poor mental people that they can take their mask off? I know a man, they told him he had lung cancer. He was so into the mask from Massachusetts. He came down here, they told him he had lung cancer. They operated on him here, and then they came back and said it wasn't lung cancer, it was an infection in his lung. And I said, you see, I told you so. I heard testimonies at the school board, people talking about their children with bad infections in their lungs. Okay, so the fact is, our rights, our personal human being rights were egregiously assaulted during the COVID. We just want you to agree that we have these rights. These rights are already on the book. We just want to pronounce them, and we hope you come along with the rest of the good commissioners in the state and pass it, okay? I'm going to send you some information. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we have one more card. This is a non-speaking card. This is from, looks like Mary Kelly, of 510 North Ocean Breeze. We are not, we are anti-mask, we are anti-lockdown, we are anti-election fraud, we are America First. Okay. All right, well, thank you. That's all the cards we have for this afternoon. We appreciate everybody coming out and wish everybody a very blessed day. Meeting is adjourned.